Hello, this is Crystal Racing with my review for the 2023 Brazilian Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen makes it 52 career wins, the youngest driver to reach 50 career wins in F1 history, and not only, of course, he has the most consecutive wins ever, but my goodness me, by 2025, if he keeps winning a championship and again, he could become the sport's youngest quintuple champion, winning 5 championships by the age of just 28 years old. Of course, I've got nothing much else to say about Max. A plus as always. Lando Norris finished second, also A plus. Consistent throughout the whole weekend. Um, Destroyed Piastri, and frankly, on this sort of performance, we should be talking about his first win, but of course, he's up against Max Verstappen. Third place, Fernando Alonso. It's a B grade. I'm going to tell you why. That incident in the sprint quali was very devious by Fernando. He should have left more space for Ocon to come through. I mean, I have a feeling that he took a look at his mirrors at the end of the straight going down into center S, and he saw Ocon about halfway down the straight, and he thought, right, I'm going to go through turn 4 and I'm going to hold the middle line. So when Ocon comes round, he's either going to have to back off, or if he goes full throttle, he's going to leave an opportunity for me, an opportunity of us having a collision together. And that's what happened. As for the actual race itself, okay, yeah, he finished third. He got overtaken by Perez and then re-overtook him on the line. But Stroll was only 2 places behind, and he was matching Alonso's lap times all weekend long. It was a decent performance by Alonso, but it's not his finest drive, and I have to say, he was a lucky boy not to get a grid penalty today. He was very lucky. Fourth place, Sergio Perez, disqualified a long time ago, and I have to say, he basically suffered what Jordan Trulli suffered at the 2004 French Grand Prix, where he got overtaken on the final lap by Rubens Barrichello, and he never recovered. I've got to say it. I think Red Bull are surely now thinking about sacking him, getting someone like Lando Norris or even Esteban Ocon into his seat, because that's not good enough. That's not good enough for to be a number 2 driver at Red Bull. He's very lucky that Hamilton's terrible day has been there. He's probably going to get P2, but he's going to be the worst driver to get a P2 in the Drivers' Championship since Heinz-Harald Frentzen in 1997, who got it on default because Michael Schumacher got disqualified. P5, Lance Stroll disqualified. A decent performance. Probably his best drive for a long time, but since probably Bahrain, if we're going to be honest. But it's far too late for Lance to save his bacon. He honestly shouldn't even be in Formula One, but this weekend, Aston Martin's upgrades worked well, and Lance Stroll actually decided, you know what, I'm going to put in a good effort in today, and he did. But it's far too late for Lance Stroll to rescue Aston Martin's chance of finishing P4 in the championship, which is where they should be at minimum. P6, was it? Yeah, it was Carlos Sainz, I think. I'll give him a C grade. Ferrari, well, God, what an average weekend. Didn't even see anything he did, nothing to talk about. P7, and my driver of the day, Pierre Gasly. It's an A grade from me. Overtake both Mercedes, got Tsunoda, and well, I know Alpine are going to finish P6, but he was much better than Ocon all weekend long. So that's all. So that's put a good smile on my face. P8, Lewis Hamilton. It's a C grade from me. That's going to be the worst performance in terms of pace for Mercedes since 2013. Back, of course, when they were shredding tyres like no tomorrow, where, Hamilton and Rosberg would fit out the front row, and then they ended up finishing like 6th and 7th at, I don't know, circuits like Spain where tyre wear is a huge issue. No, I can't really criticise Lewis because at least he was beating Russell. 9th place, Yuki Tsunoda. That's another 2 points on the board for I don't know. Hang on a minute. Did he finish 8th? 9th? I can't remember. But all in all, I think, yeah, he finished 9th. And of course, he scored 3 points yesterday in the sprint race, which means that, because of course he finished 6th in the sprint race, that means that AlphaTauri have 21 points in 8th place and Williams have 28 points. Oh dearie me, the gap for there's now a battle for 7th place, which I never saw coming because of this late upturning for AlphaTauri. And of course, the last point scorer was it Esteban Ocon? Yeah, I'll just give him a C grade. Was it his fault for the collision in sprint quali yesterday with Alonso? I don't know. Maybe he should have backed off. But I still actually point the finger to Alonso for being quite deliberately careless and exploiting a grey area, if I'm going to be honest. But again, Ocon arguably should have backed off. As for everyone else, well, Sargent finished 11th, he's disqualified. Hulkenberg 12th. I'll give him a C grade. Ricciardo, C grade. Piastri, D grade. The retirees, Russell, D grade. Who else? Joe retired. He's now getting disqualified for just being rubbish. Bottas, D grade. Magnussen is also being disqualified for, frankly, far too many poor performances. I like Kevin Magnussen, but this season has been wretched and disgraceful, to be honest. So, yeah, and because of his performances, Haas are now in last place. But of course, it has to be said, Haas, in reality, probably have had the worst car throughout the year. But they will break the record for the most number of points scored for a team finishing in 10th place. And that is guaranteed now because, of course, I think they've scored 12 points for the season. And, of course, the second most has been, of course, Toro Rosso in 2009 with 8 points. And 2022, Williams last year scoring 8 points. And I will thank Will F1 Gaming for that statistics. Thank you for mopping up my knowledge of F1 because, of course, now that I'm a bit older, I don't really care as much about Formula 1 statistics. And who else retired? Albon, I don't know, a D grade. And Leclerc, I'll give him a C grade. I don't really care. I think that's all I'm going to say, really. And this could well be the last race review of the season for me because there's only 2 races left. I mean, if something crazy happens at Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi, I might do a video on those races. But if it doesn't, then I'm just going to do my driver review, my review of the season. Thank you for watching here at Crystal Racing. Like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff, and I'll see you again next time.